The radiant shirt, upgrading yourself, embracing the extraordinary, a journey of self-improvement. In a world constantly pushing us towards external achievements and superficial metrics, the most profound journey often begins within. Self-improvement isn't about chasing an idealized version of perfection, nor is it a fleeting trend to be adopted and discarded. Instead, it's a deeply personal, continuous, and transformative process of growth, a commitment to becoming the best version of ourselves, not for anyone else, but for the sheer joy and fulfillment of it. It's about recognizing our inherent potential, challenging our limitations, and consciously cultivating habits, mindsets, and actions that lead to a richer, more meaningful existence. It often starts with a moment of stark realization, a quiet internal reckoning. For me, that moment arrived unexpectedly, staring into the mirror after a particularly unremarkable day. The reflection staring back was fine. Not bad, not great, just fine. And that fine had started to feel like a life sentence, a whisper of mediocrity echoing in every corner of my existence. It permeated my work, my relationships, even the quiet moments I spent alone. It was a subtle, insidious erosion of spirit, a slow acceptance of less than what I knew deep down I was capable of. One evening, as the last vestiges of twilight faded from the window and the artificial glow of the bathroom light illuminated my face, staring at my reflection, a powerful question hit me like a lightning bolt, shattering the comfortable complacency I had built around myself. What if I stopped settling for fine? What if I dared to aim for extraordinary, not just in how I looked, but in how I felt, how I thought, how I lived? What if every aspect of my being could be elevated, refined, and brought closer to its true, vibrant potential? That night, something profound shifted within me. It wasn't a fleeting resolution born of momentary dissatisfaction. It was the spark of a complete, exhilarating, life-altering revolution. It was the recognition that fine was merely a starting point, a blank canvas awaiting the bold strokes of intentional change. And from that moment, the journey from merely existing to truly living, from settling to soaring, began. It was a promise to myself. No longer would I be defined by what was merely acceptable, but by the boundless possibilities of what could be. This wasn't about vanity, it was about vindicating my worth. I began with my appearance, not as a superficial act, but as a tangible, heartfelt promise to myself. I unleashed a revolution in my wardrobe, fearlessly purging anything that didn't ignite a spark of confidence, vibrancy, and authentic self-expression. I hunted for styles that whispered to the soul of the person I was boldly becoming. I poured intention into self-care routines, from nourishing my skin to embracing a revitalizing new haircut, treating my body with the reverence it deserved. Every thoughtfully chosen garment, every small, deliberate act of self-grooming became a powerful daily affirmation. I am undeniably worth this effort. I am showing up completely for myself. This visible, radiant transformation was profoundly empowering, setting ablaze a self-respect that didn't just glow. It radiated outwards, illuminating every corner of my life. A radical shift in attitude, unlocking your untapped potential. The physical changes were, indeed, just the beginning, a visible prelude to a far more profound metamorphosis. The real, seismic transformation wasn't etched on my body, but forged deep within the crucible of my mind and spirit. I came to a stark, undeniable realization. My attitude, once a vibrant beacon, had inexplicably become a relentless magnet for mediocrity, drawing in precisely what I least desired. I was trapped in a self-made echo chamber of discontent. My job, once a source of purpose, had devolved into a constant litany of complaints. My relationships, once dynamic and fulfilling, felt stagnant, weighed down by unspoken resentments and unaddressed needs. My overall outlook was not merely tinged, but saturated with cynicism, a dull, pervasive gray that leached the color from every experience. This wasn't merely a bad mood. It was a deeply ingrained pattern, a self-fulfilling prophecy of underachievement. Then came the pivotal moment, the unwavering decision to flip the script. It was a conscious, deliberate act of rebellion against the inertia of negativity. I understood with crystal clarity that while I couldn't control every external circumstance, I held absolute dominion over my internal landscape. As Viktor Frankl so eloquently put it, everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. This profound truth became my guiding star. Every morning became a sacred ritual of recalibration. I started practicing gratitude, not as a fleeting thought, but as a deep, resonant vibration within my core. I focused with unwavering intention on what I had: the warmth of my coffee, the resilience of my body, the laughter of a friend, the simple act of breathing, rather than fixating on what I lacked. This wasn't about ignoring challenges, but about building an unshakable foundation of appreciation from which to face them. The battle wasn't easy. Negative thoughts, those insidious whispers of doubt and despair, arose with relentless regularity. But now, armed with a newfound resolve, I didn't succumb. I challenged them head-on, questioning their validity, dismantling their power. I replaced them, consciously and consistently, with empowering affirmations. I am capable. I am resilient. I am worthy of joy and success. It felt awkward, even silly at first, like speaking a foreign language. But slowly, subtly, like the dawn breaking over a dark landscape, my perspective began to brighten. The world, in its objective reality, didn't magically transform overnight. The challenges remained, the responsibilities persisted. But my lens did. My perception shifted. And suddenly, opportunities I'd never noticed before started to appear, like hidden pathways illuminated by a sudden burst of light. At work, instead of grumbling about a demanding project, I began to see it as a chance to hone new skills, to demonstrate leadership, to innovate. I proactively sought solutions, collaborated more effectively, and found genuine satisfaction in problem solving. My colleagues noticed, and my contributions became more valued. In relationships, rather than silently stewing over perceived slights, I chose to communicate openly and empathetically. I focused on active listening, expressing appreciation, and investing energy into nurturing connections. The stagnation dissolved, replaced by deeper understanding and renewed intimacy. Personal growth, the cynicism that once clouded my view of self-improvement, lifted. I embraced learning, sought out new experiences, and pursued hobbies with genuine enthusiasm. The fear of failure diminished, replaced by the excitement of exploration. This radical shift wasn't a one-time event. It was and continues to be a daily practice, a commitment to cultivating an inner environment of possibility. It's the realization that the greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude, as Oprah Winfrey wisely stated. It's the profound understanding that our attitude is not merely a reaction to life, but a powerful force that shapes it. It is the silent architect of our destiny. Choose your attitude, and you choose your life. Upgrading my life, a journey of purpose and connection. Have you ever felt that quiet whisper deep within your soul, urging you to seek more? To not just exist, but to truly live? That was the turning point for me. My life, once a predictable rhythm of routine and unspoken longing, began to transform, not with a sudden jolt, but with a conscious, heartfelt decision to reimagine everything. My job, oh my job! It had become a heavy cloak, stifling and gray. Each morning, a sense of dread would settle in, a familiar weight on my shoulders. But then, something shifted. I realized that the canvas wasn't blank. It was simply waiting for my brushstrokes. Instead of merely fulfilling tasks, I started asking a profound question. How can I not just do what's asked, but truly excel here? How can I infuse the space with my unique spark? This wasn't just a mental exercise. It was a revolution of the spirit. I began to actively seek out new projects, not as burdens, but as opportunities to learn, to grow, to create. I offered solutions before they were requested, my mind buzzing with innovative ideas. I poured my energy into contributing more, not for recognition, but because I discovered a thrilling sense of purpose in making a tangible difference. The change wasn't just palpable to me, it radiated outwards. Soon, my supervisors, their eyes reflecting a newfound respect, began to notice. The dread dissolved, replaced by a vibrant sense of anticipation. My work became a source of genuine pride, a testament to the power of a reimagined mindset. And my relationships, they, too, underwent a profound metamorphosis. For too long, I had taken the precious people in my life for granted, assuming their presence, their love, their unwavering support. But the journey of self-reinvention taught me a vital truth. Connection is a living, breathing entity that requires nourishment. I stopped merely hearing and started actively listening, truly absorbing the unspoken words, the subtle emotions. I learned the profound power of expressing appreciation, not just in grand gestures, but in the quiet, everyday moments that weave the fabric of our bonds. I began to invest real time and energy, the most precious commodities, into those I cherished. This wasn't about obligation. It was about genuine desire, a heartfelt craving for deeper understanding and shared joy. Crucially, I learned the art of setting healthy boundaries, not as walls, but as guardians of my well-being and the integrity of our connections. This wasn't about pushing people away. It was about creating space for authenticity, fostering relationships built on mutual respect and genuine understanding. The fine relationships, those that had simply existed on the surface, began to blossom, unfurling into truly fulfilling, soul-nourishing connections that uplifted, inspired, and deeply enriched my life. This journey, this upgrading of my life, wasn't about perfection. It was about intention. It was about choosing courage over comfort, growth over stagnation. It was about realizing that within each of us lies an untapped reservoir of potential waiting to be unleashed. So, I ask you, what canvas is waiting for your innovation? What relationships are yearning for your deeper investment? The power to reimagine, to inspire, to truly live lies within you. Embrace it and watch your world transform. The health and mind ascent, a journey to unbound potential. There comes a pivotal moment in every life, a turning point where the whispers of the past fade and the roar of possibility takes hold. For me, it was an awakening, a surge of newfound energy that didn't just nudge me forward, but propelled me into a complete, exhilarating overhaul of my very being. This wasn't a gentle evolution. It was a revolution from within, a defiant declaration that the ordinary would no longer suffice. The symphony of a revitalized body. My relationship with my body, once a silent negotiation of obligation, transformed into a vibrant, joyful partnership. The chains of should and must dissolved, replaced by the exhilarating freedom of can and will. I started moving my body not as a punishment for past indulgences or a grim duty, but as a celebration of life itself. Each step, each stretch, each beat of my heart became a testament to the incredible machine I inhabited, whether it was the crisp air on a challenging hike, the liberating rhythm of dancing until sweat glistened, or simply the invigorating pace of a brisk walk under an open sky. Exercise ceased to be a chore. It became a celebration of what my body could do, a dynamic expression of gratitude for its strength and resilience. My diet, once a haphazard collection of convenience and craving, underwent a profound metamorphosis. Processed emptiness gave way to a kaleidoscope of vibrant, life-giving foods, each bite a conscious act of nourishment, fueling not just my cells but my spirit. This wasn't about restriction. It was about liberation, liberating my body from the burden of artificiality and embracing the pure, unadulterated energy of nature, the unlocking of limitless mind. Yet, the most profound and transformative upgrade didn't occur in my physical form, but within the boundless landscape of my mind. It was here that the true ascent began. I became an insatiable seeker of knowledge, devouring books on personal growth like a parched traveler finding an oasis. Neuroscience unveiled the intricate wonders of my own brain, peak performance literature illuminated the pathways to excellence, and the wisdom of ancient philosophies guided me towards deeper self-understanding. Meditation, once a foreign concept, became my daily sanctuary and my mental gymnasium. I didn't seek to clear my mind into an empty void, but rather to train it, to focus its incredible power, to expand its very capacity beyond previously imagined boundaries. Through disciplined practice, I began to understand a fundamental, life-altering truth. The only limits that truly existed were the ones I had unwittingly imposed upon myself. This realization ignited a fierce determination. I began to meticulously challenge every ingrained belief, every insidious doubt, every whispered, "You can't," that had ever echoed in the chambers of my mind. Each challenge was a step towards dismantling the invisible walls I had built around my own potential. I replaced self-doubt with unwavering conviction, fear with courageous action, and hesitation with decisive momentum. This journey, the health and mind ascent, is not merely a story of personal transformation. It is a blueprint for boundless potential. It is a testament to the fact that when you commit to nurturing your body with joy and empowering your mind with purpose, you don't just change your life, you unleash the extraordinary within you. The ascent is ongoing, the possibilities infinite, and the view from the summit breathtaking. Accomplishing the impossible, a journey of unveiling your true power. There comes a moment in life when something shifts. Perhaps it's a quiet whisper from within, or maybe a thunderous realization. But suddenly, the reflection staring back at you is no longer just a mirror image. It's a canvas of unveiled potential. You've dedicated yourself to an upgraded appearance, cultivating a presence that radiates confidence. Your attitude has transformed from hesitant to unwavering, embracing every challenge with a resilient spirit. Your health has become a temple fueled by intention and vitality. And most profoundly, your mind, once a battlefield of doubts, is now a sanctuary of clarity and boundless possibility. In this powerful new state, the very notion of impossible begins to dissolve. That audacious dream, the one that used to make you scoff at your own aspirations, now shimmers not as a distant fantasy, but as a tangible reality waiting to be grasped. It's no longer a question of if, but when. This is where the magic truly begins, with small, consistent steps. Each intentional action, no matter how tiny, becomes a brushstroke on the masterpiece of your destiny. The path won't always be smooth. There will be moments of stumble, whispers of doubt, and unexpected detours. But here's the profound truth you've now embraced. These aren't setbacks designed to derail you, but valuable lessons disguised as challenges. Your upgraded mind, an unwavering beacon of wisdom, no longer perceives failures as endings. Instead, it recognizes them as crucial turning points, illuminating new strategies and strengthening your resolve. They are merely detours, guiding you with greater precision on the path to success. And then a breathtaking moment arrives. That impossible goal, once a towering peak in the distance, is not just conquered, it's surpassed. You don't merely reach the summit. You discover you've grown wings on the journey, capable of soaring to even greater heights. For the true triumph isn't just in the accomplishment itself, but in the profound transformation you've undergone. You've evolved into someone more powerful, more resilient, and more magnificent than you ever dared to imagine. This isn't just about achieving a goal. It's about unleashing the limitless potential that has always resided within you, waiting for this moment to ignite. This isn't just a story, it's an invitation. An invitation to look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you settling for fine, or are you ready to embark on your own extraordinary revolution? The power to upgrade every aspect of your life, to accomplish what seems impossible, lies within you, waiting to be unleashed. What will your upgrade story be? You have one just waiting for you to discover it. Make it happen. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this narrative, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Also, feel free to reach out to us with any suggestions you may have of topics you would like for us to cover on our channel. And don't forget to visit selfstalker.com.